खुशामदीद दोस्तों, मैं हूं तौफीक अहमद, आपका मेज़बान। आप हमें हमेशा सुनते हैं हर गुरुवार 8 बजे से 10 बजे तक 89.3 FM पर। आज हम आए हैं क्वेकर्स हिल में राइट्स पार्क पर, जहां पे एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग रैली निकाली जा रही है। दिस इज़ अ प्रोटेस्ट टू सपोर्ट द फार्मर्स ऑफ इंडिया who are blaming that the Indian government has passed some draconian laws, which is something the current incumbent has been accused of since being in power of 2014. Recently, that has escalated in the minds of people of India, that the government is showing an attitude of not listening to its citizens and following and passing the laws based on the power and the majority that they enjoy in the parliament. आइए आज हम चलते हैं यहाँ के सिडनी के लोगों से पूछने के लिए कि क्या उनका मोटिवेशन है और क्यों वो लोगों ने आज ये रैली यहाँ पर ऑर्गेनाइज करी है।
How can a small farmer store his produce for months on end? He will not have access to storage facilities. As a result, it is very likely that the produce will be sold at a rate unsuitable for the farmer. Slavery was stamped out hundreds of years ago, but now the Indian government has found a way to bring it back by making farmers slaves to the large corporations, losing all their rights and privileges as honest, hard-working farmers, providing a substantial living for their families and community. Modi says that for decades the Indian farmer was bound to various constraints and bullied by middlemen. So now he wants to introduce a bill that allows large corporations to bully farmers into submission, to sell their produce at a loss. So how is this going to liberate farmers? Instead, it will cause great anxiety for the farmer.
So if I talk about the three laws, which are the three laws Modi has proposed, and it's very sweet words on the paper, but it doesn't really match what we actually want for our farmers. So he said farmers can sell their produce anywhere or the crop outside the wholesale market, which exactly means the private sector. They can come into Punjab, they can decide how much they want to buy whatever crop they want. They said prices will be decided by the crop standards, and there will be no MSP on the paper. There will be MSP decided by the government verbally, which we cannot really trust. Stock limits can only be imposed if retail prices surge 50% above the average, which excludes onion, potatoes, cereals, and any other things a farmer grows. So imagine if the farmer only grows potatoes the whole season, he's going to be in more debts. More suicide rates, they're going to be in Punjab. And I don't think, as a people of Punjab and India, we really want that for our people to happen. Every 15 minutes, 7 farmers commit suicide in Punjab. I don't think that's negotiable anywhere, and we want Punjab to grow more, as well as the other states as well. Thank you.
तो मैं हूं तौफीक अहमद, एक बार फिर आप लोगों के साथ जुड़ा हूं। शुक्रिया आप लोग सारे हमारे लाइव ब्रॉडकास्ट को भी देख रहे हैं। वी विल बी प्रेजेंटिंग द फीचर वेरी सून। अभी आपने देखे स्पीचेस, द हार्ट वाज आउट देयर वाज नो मिसिंग ऑफ वर्ड्स ऑफ व्हाट पीपल रियली वांट। तो मैंने सोचा मैं एक ऐसी शख्सियत से बात करता हूं जिन्होंने अभी अपने व्यू पॉइंट्स जो है पब्लिक के साथ रखे हैं, और ख़ासतौर से आप लोगों के लिए आई एम गेटिंग on screen with you so that you know exactly what this entire thing is all about, to get a bit of a clarity, to exactly understand where the issue lies and what is the pain of the people here in Sydney for the farmers of India. दोस्तों मेरे साथ है लवलीन कौर. She is an activist, a nurse did you say, and also works for the migration resources. So essentially जो भी लोग नए आते हैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, उनकी दिक्कतों को जो है दूर करने के लिए जो है लवलीन ऑलरेडी अपने वक्त को बहुत इस्तेमाल करती हैं, और आज वो यहाँ पर खड़ी हैं. तो लेट्स टॉक टू हर एंड सी why exactly is this entire event being organized. Loveleen, thank you so much for joining with us. Loveleen, tell us a little bit about what you have done here today.
So basically I came here to explain my Australian brothers and sisters why the Indian migrants are protesting here, because it might sound really good on the paper, the bills which have been passed by the government, but let me tell you that this bill has been failed in countries like Canada, in countries like America, and this bill was proposed in Australia 35 years ago and was never passed because this bill is a failed project and a failed model in these countries. So I'm not sure, there's 1.3 billion population in India, will this model ever work out, or people will go more under the poverty line?
The people who are following this entire news have a bit of a criticism that there has been a sudden eruption of this particular voice, which was all well a few months back. Is that really so? What has been the background? How is it come to this point?
Look, it has come to the point when it was a COVID. We were already going through the pandemic, and the Prime Minister decided to pass the bill in the Parliament without the opposition present there, and he decided that that's it. It's a dictatorship, that what I've said has been given, and that's it. It's not going to change. I'm not going to change my viewpoint. But then when the people realized that they wanted to protest against it, they were not able to, because COVID, as we know, India was the second largest country to have more cases and more deaths. They were not able to protest, and when the government, the local government, the state governments couldn't do anything, people had to come on the road, and that's why it took so long for the people to come on the road. But let me remind you, people have been sitting on the road at one place for 2.5 months, and now they have gone and headed towards Delhi because no one was hearing their voices.
Okay, so with regards to the protest in Delhi, if you can probably give me the top 3 points of what really is the issue with the farmers of India. Why are they protesting, and why do we need to support them from here?
Okay, so we are protesting because the laws have been passed. The first 3 laws. The first law says, okay, you can actually get your crops out and you can sell it anywhere. When we say sell it anywhere, it basically means that the Ambanis and Adanis gonna enter the farming states of Haryana, Punjab, even Rajasthan. People are thinking it's about an issue of Punjab. It's not. It's an issue of every farmer in India who is struggling. So basically, it's going to be privatized. So people have, I'll have to come to you and say, do you want to buy this? And you say, I'm going to buy it for $10. And the other person saying, oh, I'm just going to pay you $2. So the person who has invested all their life in the land, they will be relying upon you guys and how much money you're going to pay.
Why is it coming around like this is an issue only with the farmers of Punjab and the rest of the India is happy with it? Is that true? Is there credit in that?
No, there is no credit in that. Look, the only problem is why Punjab is out there, because we took the initiative to oppose. There was no one who was taking the initiative to oppose. When Punjab came, Haryana came along, Rajasthan came along, UP came along, and to be honest, there are people coming from South India to the border of Delhi.
Is this a problem with the policies that the current government of India is making, or is it the lack of trust in that government?
Oh, I would say it's both, because verbally they are saying that they will give us the MSP, which is the minimum support price, but they are denying to write on a piece of paper. So I don't know why they're denying, and they're still saying verbally that they will give the MSP. So I think it's an perfect example.
Okay. And lastly, if I had to ask to give out a message to my entire audience, how could they participate and put their views out, and how could they make a difference to this entire movement?
Sure. So I would appeal to all the audience to use as much as social media you can use. Use the hashtags farmers protest. Help them socially, because look, in Indian media we have no trust, because they say what they want to say. They never trust the people who are protesting, and they actually tell us we are terrorists. We are not. It's just a fight of a farmer with the central government. So we want the central government to take their bill back and support us using as much as social media you can, your Twitter accounts, your Instagram, and so as your Facebook. Thank you so much for listening to me.
This seems to be only the beginning here. We hope this goes in the right direction and with the right intent. जुड़ने के लिए एक बार फिर शुक्रिया. मैं तौफीक अहमद कहते सुनते 89.3 रेडियोज़ीन की तरफ से आपसे आज के लिए विदा लेता हूं.
मैं एक गल शेयर करना चाहनी हाँ जिहड़ी बहुत टाइम तो मेरे दिमाग 'च सी. अज असी चलो ठीक आ, मोदी ने बहुत गलत किया, डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री दे विच नहीं सी होना चाहिए, उन्होंने सुननी चाहिए सी सबकी. दैन ही कैन टेक द डिसीजन. वो अपने आप कोई डिसीजन नहीं सी ले सकता इस तरीके का, बट जो उन्हें करता चलो वो एक रीजन मिले. सानू असी सारे पंजाबी इकट्ठे हुए हाँ पंजाब दे विच, इंडिया दे विच ते ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. जिथे भी पंजाबी सी सारिਆਂ ने अपनी यूनाइटी दिखाई आ. ते इंडियन गवर्नमेंट नूं यही एक वहम सीगा कि इन्हां दे विच यूनिटी नहीं हैगी. उन्हां नूं यही लगदा सीगा कि इन्हां ने 2-4 दिन इकट्ठे होना, लड़ लेना, आपस दे विच लड़ जाणगे ते अपने आप अलग हो जाणगे. बट थैंक यू एवरीवन जिहड़े असीं हले तक भी किन्ने महीनों तो ये लड़ाई चल रही है ते असीं हले तक भी एकजुट होकर लड़ रहे हैं. ते जदों कोई कौम एकजुट होकर लड़दी आ तां जिੱਤ यकीनी हुंदी आ. ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਤਾਂਗੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ, ਬਸ ਜ਼ਮੀਰ ਜਾਗਦੀ ਰੱਖਿਓ. ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਕਦੇ ਮਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾ ਸਕਦਾ. ਤੇ ਬਸ ਮੈਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ. ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ.
ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ. ਮੈਂ ਭੈਣ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਦਵਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ